But sorry about not streaming and uploading in a while. It's just that there's been a huge hit of snow in my area and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna promote the stream so I can get more viewers in. But yeah, I already have a video recorded and I'll record another one whenever I get a chance. Just give me a quick second before we get started here. I'm gonna share it to some people. So just give me a quick second. I'm not trying to install it. Yeah, like how I'm gonna mention in a video I'm gonna record, you don't see how the Nikkei 30 and Markiplier situations have even gotten that big. Like, honestly, Markiplier, he was just, trying to, help out a server by, taking away the roles of moderators who weren't even active. And for Nikkei 30, he was just, the only thing I can see that he did wrong was being immature, not a scammer. Stream donations are completely different from regular donations on videos. Stream donations, they have a set amount of time that they're visible. Meaning that he couldn't have seen them for long. And it was clearly long messages that were sent in the donations. So he clearly, and for the amount that he donated, that art guy donated, it was only for a few minutes. Yeah, for real. It would only lasted a max of a few minutes. And that's at max too. So he clearly wouldn't have had enough time to read it all. So, the only thing I disagree with on that part is he was being really immature. Hold on, I'm gonna have to turn off my mic. And I'm back. But, for that Markiplier thing, he had every right to be upset, because that guy that started this whole thing, he was trauma dumping, and calling Markiplier a terrible person and crap. Just because he got that role of moderator taken away because he was inactive for a long amount of time. Everyone should have a right to defend themselves there, no matter who you are. If you're getting called a terrible person like he was alleging, and, having that person trauma dump, yeah, you have every right to defend yourself there. Mark has every right to defend himself and his community there. Especially with the size of his community, yeah, he has every right to say something there and be upset that somebody's trauma dumping. Why get mad at that? If anything, the guy in question that was trauma dumping is in the wrong here. And it's obvious to see that if you use more than half a brain cell. Anyone with a functioning brain knows that, you should use that. Nikkei 30, he got alleged of being a scammer or some crap like that. The only thing I have against the guy heck, I don't even watch his content, but like the only thing I have against him from what I've seen of his content is that he's really immature for being like in his 30s. Like he's really immature, but I don't see him as a scammer for what he did. Like that whole art guy's clearly just clickbaiting him, like Nick was saying. Like he was clearly just that art guy was clearly just clickbaiting him by calling him a scammer and stuff. So clearly Nick has every right to call him a clickbaiter there because he was that art guy was using his name to gain some kind of relevance, even though he like or to maybe gain some monetization money, like if he did become monetized like through that video, like that was obvious to see. Like anyone with a functioning brain knows that. Hold on, I just got a message. I'm gonna wait a tiny bit before continuing the stream. Just give me a second. And I'm back. Like I wasn't trying to stall or anything. It was just that I got a really important message and stuff. Well, it may not be important considerably like others, but you know, it's important to me for like personal reasons that I won't go into here, you know, for privacy reasons. Like, like it's something to do with, like I won't go into full details, but it's like with somebody that I, you know, kind of care about and stuff. I'm not trying to sound weird or anything, just they've gone through a lot and stuff, and I just don't want to, you know, see another person, you know, like I don't want to end up losing them, you know, because here about a year or two ago, like max of a year or two ago, like I had a friend, you know, pass away from drug-related issues and stuff. So yeah, and that really hurt me because, you know, he was like the main one that would even talk to me at that time. So I don't want to lose anyone else, you know. Like I won't go into full detail here for privacy reasons, but still, just let you know, just letting you know. Like I don't want to lose. Like I just don't want, you know, another precious life to be lost for unfair reasons. Hold on, I'm gonna have to turn off the mic. My water just came back on. Yes, sorry. My water came back on because it was shut off, like, from that whole snow thing and stuff. And yeah, it only just now came back on. Sure, it wasn't off for that long, but still. Hey, welcome to the stream, who those two people who just joined are. Like, I know I get, like, a lot of, like, kind of excited sounding and stuff. Like, and sound a little angry, or like puts like a crap ton of unnecessary emotion in what I say sometimes. But like, it's frankly because, you know, like, I don't know, like, it's just like my personality kind of, coming into everything. So yeah, sorry if I sound like a little too like weird sounding or whatever. But yeah, I kind of have a problem with the YouTube algorithm. Like they promote like channels that are involved in massive controversies, like like Mr. Beast, Sniper Wolf, people like that clearly don't deserve their reputations, that are clearly just there for the profits, and yet they just send out the smaller channels out to the gulags to die. It's a very slow and painful death that do. Like like just look at how many big channels there are that have a lot of controversy tied to those channels. Like, sure, there are good ones like Stampy, Dan TDM, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, Markiplier, and stuff like that. But like, there's also the same amount of channels like Mr. Beast, Doctor Disrespect, EDP. Like the channels that clearly don't deserve their reputations and popularity. Yet uh, yet, like the smaller channels that actually have little to no controversies that are even worth talking about, um, like they're just sent out to die a slow and painful death because the YouTube algorithm just works against them instead of how they claimed it would work with them. Like, like, come on, it's obvious that they're just, trying to, like, a lot of these big channels are in it for either profits and that's it, or they're only there for to rage bait, basically. Because that sounds like a drum, so don't assume that that's gunshots. Yeah, a lot of the smaller channels just like they like to just be utter nuisances and don't deserve their popularity, yet somehow their channels are becoming way too big for their britches, and they become way too popular than should what they should be getting, while the smaller channels that actually put effort into their content, yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of it is just clickbait, you know, plagiarism, and just there for the profits. And that's it. YouTube is supposed to be a place for everyone to entertain others, not just some greedy corporation that's really predatory and stuff. Heck, literally all of Sniper Wolf's content is just blatant and obvious plagiarism. That she takes out any credit to those creators that for the videos that she quote unquote reacts to. And she gets mad whenever anybody calls her out for the really terrible things that she's done. She gets all defensive and borderline abusive to the people who call her out on that crap. There's the whole stuff with EDP, Doctor Disrespect, and Mr. Beast and stuff. And then there's the rage bait channels like Bella the Wolf that, you know, like that are just there to, for the profits, and that's it. Yeah, like that. I don't, I don't really care about sugarcoating. Like it's obvious that they're just there for the profits. I don't care if people like donate to me and crap. Like Because I'm not here for the profits. I'm just here to entertain others in ways that I know how. But I'm gonna call him Jamal. Because he looks like a Jamal. But also, something that I've noticed is that a lot of the content on for Disney and Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon seems to be really predatory anymore. I mean, come on. Do I need to bring up the whole turning red stuff with how she was the main character, who is, mind you, 13, was shown twerking to save the day, drew lewd artwork of a clearly older guy who is clearly way too old for her, how in the Proud Family reboot, they literally, in the opening scene of the first episode, they literally show Penny, who is supposed to be like 14 to 16 years old, pressing her chest together and shaking her hand in. And then there's a lot of other stuff, like how they added jiggle physics to teenagers on the original Teen Titans. Yeah. And then something that really ticked me off for Disney is how they associated one of the best reboots I've ever seen with DuckTales, and associated it with the worst TV shows on Disney, being the Zombies animated series, Kif, and then the Proud Family reboot. Like, if you didn't know, Kif is one of the worst shows I've ever seen. The animation is trash. The humor is, like, way too childish. Even by Disney standards, it's childish. Like, the plots of each episode doesn't make sense, and crap like that. And not to mention, a lot of the characters, especially the minors of the show, who are animals. Well, like, it doesn't matter that they're animals, they're still underage and take the place of humans. They have those characters running around naked. I don't care if they're animals, they are still underage. And then there's a lot of other crap that I have wrong with a lot of modern kids animation. And also, do I need to bring up the whole topic of the Pixar mom archetype? With basically just a big curvy mom, like in a kid's movie, of all things. Like, who has literally an hourglass figure. But speaking of kids animation, The Road to El Dorado, I don't know if you would consider this a kid's movie, but still. The Road to El Dorado, yeah, they, like, Shell in her movie counterpart, that's not even her final design. Her original, what? But like The Road to El Dorado, Shell didn't even use her original design in the final movie, because her original design was like they changed it because it was quote unquote too revealing. Yeah, I don't see how they made it any less revealing in her final design, if you ask me. But if you ask me, her final design is not any less revealing. If anything, it's just as revealing.
We can do this! Here goes!
But yeah, if you hear beeping, it's like some kind of like, sugar machine that my dog has. I'm gonna have to turn off my light. And I gotta tell you, the Zombies movies are easily the worst things that I've seen from Disney, if you exclude all the sexualization of minor characters, like the characters who are minors. Like, if you ignore all that, like, the worst movies I've seen from Disney are like movies like High School Musical and Zombie. Like, those are the worst movies I've seen from Disney. And I don't care what you have to say about me saying that High School Musical is terrible, because the music comes out of nowhere. The plot is just your standard high school romance of the early 2000s. And just all kinds of crap. Like, they're just not good movies. Like, they're just standard high school romance plots there. I do not know how they got so popular to begin with, if you ask me. And then the whole Zombies franchise, like, it's supposed to be promoting anti-racism. Like, it's supposed to be anti-racist or some bullcrap like that. The character that they claim to be racist actually has a point behind what he's saying. Because he says that all of them are violent and could snap at any moment. And what have they been proven to do throughout the entire franchise? Be incredibly violent, make threats towards others, and crap like that. So he actually has a point behind his racism, behind his quote-unquote racism. Like, I'm not trying to say that they're all like that, but I'm just saying. Like, they've all been shown to be incredibly violent and threatening throughout the entire trilogy and franchise. And there's just no sense in them trying to defend that crap whenever they have made threats, terroristic threatening, trying to take over the world and crap like that. Like, they have literally tried to take over the world and cause harm to others for literally no reason other than their own selfish gain. Like, come on, it's literally obvious if you would just pay attention to the movies.
We can do this!
But yeah, this is honestly one of my favorite games to play. Like, it's honestly my favorite game of all time, if you ask me. I know it has a simple plot and premise, but still, it's pretty good. You get to play it yourself. But yeah, those food items I'm giving to this guy, like, they're used to boost up the stats of the creatures, but you cannot use them on the humans for some reason. Like, the only thing you can use to boost up the stats of the human characters in the game is, like, the equip items. Yeah, don't ask me why that attack uses the word sand blast on there. I don't know myself. Yeah, I'm trying to level up as much as possible. Because I know that there's a boss in this area. Because it's kind of obvious considering, you know, all dungeon areas and JRPGs like this have a boss area. You know, a large dungeon-like area that has a lot of monsters in it. Yeah, that's obviously a boss area. Or at least lead into a boss. Which is why I'm trying to level up. And also there's one area that I kind of hate.
Watch this!
Because you have to light some lamps on fire in a very specific order, and because if you don't light them in that specific order, the main reason you have to light them in a specific order is because, well, you have a time limit to how long you have until the flames burn out. So that's why you have to do it in a specific order. Yeah, I don't really care for the status healing items. Because, like, they're just kind of pointless since a lot of their status effects get removed outside of the battle. the only time I can ever really see myself using them is if, you know, I desperately need to preserve as much health as possible.
We did it!
There's a lot of controversy anymore that I don't really think should be as big as what they got. I mean, look at that whole
Come on!
Green being overweight thing that was happening whenever he still had controversy. That shouldn't. Being overweight is not drama worthy. I'm overweight, and yet that's not drama worthy. Or the whole thing with most critical, you know, being against sex change operations for minors. Like, no crap that should be like banned, because that is harmful surgery that can severely damage the mentality of those kids. And yet people are still somehow supporting that. It's just like that was somehow a drama that was worth, you know, hating on Voice Critical for. That was worth hating on Harley. Like, that is not drama worthy. That is, like, that kind of crap can cause severe damage onto anyone's mental health, regardless of age. Like, I'm not trying to sound transphobic in saying that, but still. I mean, look how much, damage being trans has caused to people of that community because of them coming out as trans.
Watch this!
Look how much damage that has caused them.
Here goes!
Regardless of their age. And it would just get worse on you the younger you get. Because, you know, the severe lack of mental health availability that minors have.
We won!
Like, and that's me being kind about that.
Let's do
I'm not trans myself, or a part of the LGBTQ community, because, you know, I'm a straight, whatever you want to call, like, straight biological man who hasn't become trans. I'm not a part of those communities, but yeah, I know the damage that it can cause, because, well, I know that there's a lot of bullying involved with that stuff. And it would just get worse for a child with limited, you know, mental health resources. It would only get worse for them. Because, you know, a lot of times people don't care about their mental health for minors. But if you think about it, a lot of movies set in high school aren't really that good. Because a lot of them just end up being like really stereotypical, cringy, and cool crap like that. Like, none of them even have that good of plots, if you think about it. Like, they're just standard high school fare that has been done since the 80s or 90s. That no one should be caring about as much as what they do, because it's just standard bullcrap that would never happen in real life. Because I've recently been in high school, like about a year or two ago, whenever I was, like before I graduated, and trust me, there was a lot of bullying, a lot of racism, a lot of transphobia, you know, like a lot of offensive crap that they just flat out ignore in those movies.
Watch this! Here goes!
And for the bullying that they don't ignore, it's just really unrealistic. Like, whenever I was still in high school, like, you couldn't even go 2 days without hearing somebody just go, like, multiple sentences worth of saying the N-word. Like, you couldn't even go 2 seconds without hearing that.
Come on! Here goes!
And no, and yes, a lot of them weren't black. So, yeah, take as what you will from that. They were just, and plus, they were saying hard R too. Like, that just, like, the fact that they were using hard R and words, like, that just makes it 10 times worse. And I cannot use that spell, because I require a stronger wand. I cannot open the chest, because,
Let's go!
you know, red is ones that you can open up with any wand. Even without the wand, you can still open it, but the blue ones, you need, like, the second grade of wands to open it. Then for the purple wand, for the purple chests, yeah, but, like, for the purple chest, you need, like, the strongest wands in the game. But for the green chests, those work with different, those have different functionality, because,
Come on!
You need, like, a specific character unlock to, you know, unlock those, chests. And that character doesn't get unlocked until, like, the third or fourth, like, major town in the game.
We've won!
Like, in the other world, is what I should say. But yeah, I love the movie based on this game. It's honestly one of my favorite video game adaptations for a movie. Like, it's on Netflix if you want to watch it. That movie's on Netflix for anyone willing to watch it. It's honestly really good, and they bring back Oliver in the movie. But you know, as an old man.
You meowed, Steve.
Need a hand?
It's you two. Look, one has retrieved one's wand.
Huh? So he wasn't kidnapped?
Say cheese!
Oh, the crook struck one. Oh.
To be honest, I love the rulers of the kingdoms in this game.
That'll teach you to turn your back on me, you old tomfool, you!
That is one huge rodent!
You squeaklings work for the fat cat, do you?
No, we
Too slow!
Did it because he was a mouse? And his name is Hickory Dock. So original and so funny. Even though I love this game. Even though I do love this game. Like, a lot of naming conventions are really weird. A lot of the bigger spells, it would take, like, longer to, like, recharge the time needed. You, use another spell, like, depending on how strong the spell is, how much MP it would take up. For example, some of the stronger spells in this game, it would take like about a minute, 30 seconds to a minute to fully charge back up to get the ability to use spells again after that. But for the weaker spells like Fireball, it takes like maybe about maximum like 5 seconds to charge up where you can use another spell again. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip past that because I already know all the status effects in this game. It's basically just Pokemon fanfare, but you know, on a 3D plane. I'm not used to not being able to jump in this game. Because, like, depending on how many merit points you get throughout the game, you can unlock the ability to jump. Ironically, and I love that ability because it just makes the attacks easier to dodge.
We did it!
A lot of them are ground-based, meaning that you have to touch the ground to be hit by them. And jumping just helps you avoid that. But yeah, I was gonna upload a video, whenever I had it recorded, but I brought up streams multiple times. I brought up a stream multiple times in that video, which led me to not being able to upload it due to confusion-based issues and stuff. Like, I just didn't want to confuse anybody by bringing up a stream and not having a stream up.
The Zodiacs are assembled, Your Radiance.
I thank you all for attending. Very well. I hereby call the Council to order.
You are all doubtless aware of the purpose of this session.
We are here to discuss the elimination of the pure-hearted one. Come before us, Dark Jinn.
You summoned me, White Witch.
The so-called savior from the other world. He must be destroyed. Shadar, it is time that you proved yourself worthy of the title of Executor.
On one condition.
Ha! The insolence! He presumes to bargain with our queen?
Go on.
Very well. I must request that you entrust this task to me and me alone. Hear me, members of the council. I have no need of your aid.
He thinks himself.
To be honest, Keith David has to be one of my favorite actors. Like, not just for voice acting, but all together. I just love his
Babbling
voice.
fools.
Just, like, he just can make his characters sound menacing
Very
and,
well.
you know, threatening
You will
just
have
by,
your wish,
just with a few
Shadar.
words.
I entrust the task entirely to
Which is
you.
what makes, and he tends to play,
Teach
villain
those
roles.
who speak
Which is
of
what
the
makes him
savior.
which is what
The
makes him such a
futility
great
of their
voice
hope.
actor.
It shall be done.
Is that he can make his characters comical
This
yet
Oliver,
threatening
this
at the
savior,
same time.
I will taint his heart with the blackness of despair.
But honestly, I hate Hollywood and like the music industry and crap, because a lot of them tend to end up like being really predatory and stuff. But also, speaking of Hollywood, Jerry Trainer, he's honestly had some of the most ironic named characters in his life. Because he's had characters at Nickelodeon who are called Crazy Steve, yet he's ironically the most sane adult on those sets. Because Crazy Steve was in Drake and Josh, and ironically, he was the most sane adult on those sets. Because he was the only one really protecting the minors on the sets. You know, from people like Dan Schneider and you know, all the other predatory people working on those shows. So I'm just kind of glad that Jerry Trainer stepped in whenever he could and put an end to anything that the people working on Dan Schneider's shows put an end to it all, like, from happening. You know? Like, I'm just glad that Jerry Trainer is here and, you know, in the position that he's in.
This is one's magic wand.
Like, there are very
When one
few
was a kitten,
actors I
one
really
ran
have
quite
respect
wild
for
with the old
anymore.
thing.
Like, the only
Here,
three that
it
I
is
can
yours
really
now.
think of is like Keanu Reeves,
Thank you very much, Your Meowjesty.
Gary Trainer, and
If you know who finds out
potentially
about this,
Keith,
one
and
fears
Keith
we shall
David.
both live to regret it. But one can hardly say no to one so very pure.
When you say
But
you
how
know
ironic
who,
is
you
it
mean
that a lot
Shadar,
of
don't you?
Disney actors, like a lot of actors
There's no need to
who
say it out loud.
had worked in
is there?
DuckTales of all
But yes,
things,
that is who
also
we are.
worked on Has Been
Your
Hotel,
Majesty,
which is
you
just
gotta give him
a
the wand
teenage
now. There's no going
fan
back.
fiction that
One
no one should
supposes
be
so.
liking as
Don't
much as
worry,
what
Your
they do,
Meowjesty.
frankly.
I'll bring down Shadar.
Because
You'll
it's just
see.
swear this, random bullcrap plotline that, swear this, random song thrown in that doesn't tie into the plot, and you know, or whenever the song does tie into the plot, it completely contradicts stuff that happened earlier in the episode, like 100% contradicts it. Like, the only thing that I can really respect about Viv and Tom is like how good her animation can get at times. Like, that's the only thing I can really respect from her. Because she's not even a good writer. She cannot write a good show for the life of her. Like, if you want me to be perfectly honest, like, her writing is straight trash. It took me 5 streams to finally get past Ding Dong Dell. It took me 5 streams to get to this point. But yeah, the video I had recorded, that I couldn't upload because I didn't stream, it's the finale for Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. So be sure to look out for whenever that uploads. But I'm going to try and stream as long as possible for today. I'm going to try and stream for about 20 more minutes to think of it. So, yeah. And then whenever I get done streaming, I'm gonna record another video on top of the the video on top of the Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart finale video. I already have that one recorded though. So all I have to do is record that other video and then record. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. But frankly, I'm not in the whole game to, do it for money, strictly for money. I'm sure the money would be great. But I'm just, not the kind of person to only be doing it for the funds. Sure, I started out that way, but it evolved into, me wanting to do it to entertain others. But here's the thing. I'm not gonna do stuff like sponsorships, exclusivity contracts or whatever, because I just feel like that would just limit the content I can do. And it would just, and a lot of the sponsorships that you see end up tending to be scams and stuff. So I don't want to, post a scam on the channel. Which is why I'm not gonna do any sponsorships, because you never know what business is gonna end up being a scam, like how they did with honey. That honey scam that recently came out. And also, I'm not going to do any exclusivity deals. Because frankly, I don't want to, just make content on one platform, because that would just limit my audience availability, meaning I wouldn't be able to entertain as many people as I would like. And also, a lot of platforms, I just don't want to be exclusive to, because a lot of them end up being terrible. I would still like to help prove that, that there are still good people left on those platforms, but I just want to, I just don't want to exclusively make content on them. I want to prove that there are still good people on those platforms, but not exclusively make, but I want to do it while entertaining others. I'm not trying to do it, I'm not strictly doing it for monetary gain or anything, it's just, yeah, I think I'm gonna, heal up and then end stream, because I just wanna, I know I said I would try and stream for another 20 minutes or so, but, I just don't think I can stream much longer, because I don't have much time to begin with, to record and stuff. So, after I save and stuff, I'm gonna end stream. Okay, I'm back. So, I'm gonna end stream. Hope you all enjoyed. So, see you later. Bye-bye.